Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video that I've been promising you all I was going to do for a few months now, and that is an updated All My Dolls video. So you can see them all here, minus one poor doll that is stranded at the doll hospital because of the pandemic and they're closed. So I'll mention her when we get to the spot where she falls in my collection. For the most part, they aren't in any particular order. I'm going to be doing my 4 historical dolls first and then moving on to my modern dolls. So I hope you guys like this video. I do want to say, first of all, I just counted and almost all of my dolls are dolls I either bought with my own money or dolls that I found used, or both in most cases. So I know this looks like a lot of dolls. I have 23 if you include the one that's missing, which is a ridiculous amount of dolls for anyone to have, and I'm absolutely aware of that. But this is what I collect, and it isn't like I've spent $100 on all of them. I've barely paid full price for any of them, so I do feel a little bit better about that. And yeah, that's all I have to say, so let's get into the video. Our first doll is actually the first doll that I ever got. This is my Kirsten doll. She primarily stays in historical outfits. Right now she's wearing one from Samantha's collection, and she is a retired historical character, Kirsten Larson. For the most part, she does stay in the historical world, as I said, and that's kind of where I like to keep her. I got her when I turned 4, I believe. It was right before my little brother was going to be born, so I got an American Girl doll, and she's always been one of my favorite historical characters. Next we have my Samantha doll. Her name is Ramona, and she is primarily also a historical doll. Sometimes she does come into our modern world, and that's when she goes by Ramona. She is a Be Forever head of a Samantha doll, so a newer Samantha head, but she has a Pleasant Company body. She was a doll that I sent into the doll hospital after I got her really cheap. And one of my favorite things about Samantha is, of course, all her outfits. She's actually wearing one from Kirsten's collection right now. They've kind of swapped. But I do love how she has the detailed brown eyes, and she looks a little bit washed out on camera. We'll see how I can edit it, but she has really bright blush, and her hair looks so nice and shiny all the time, so I do love Samantha as well. And then, of course, after Samantha, we have Nellie. This is my Nellie doll. Her name is Gwendolyn. I got her for super cheap on Mercari, and I've told this story before. She actually had a red stain or an orange stain from a Sharpie all up her arm, and I managed to get it off, and now she is in perfect condition. So I'm really happy that I have both Samantha and Nellie. They were my favorite little characters in the books when I read them as a kid, and I love their movie. So I'm really happy that I have the pair of them. And she usually also stays historical with my Samantha doll, and they like to share clothes and wear a lot of the fancy Victorian outfits that I have in my collection, so I love dressing them up like that. And then finally, our last historical doll of the 4 that I have, and that stays in their time period, is Cécile. She is just a Cécile Ray doll, the one that was best friends with Marie-GRAQS. She's actually one of my very favorite historical characters. I think she's so pretty. I love her hair. I love her little curls. I just think she's super cute. She has had a new head from the doll hospital, so she's in almost perfect condition. Right now she's wearing a Marie-GRAQS meet outfit, and I have a couple of her outfits too that she changes between, so I do love having her stay with the other 3 girls and dress up in her historical outfits as well. I forgot to mention this, but Cécile was actually my 3rd American Girl doll. I got her after Kirsten. And then NIKKI, I think I got her for the Christmas that I was 12, and she was one of the dolls when she and Marie-GRAQS were $50 on a Jill Steals and Deals sale. My mom got me her, and I got her for Christmas that year. Now moving into the modern girls, I thought it was appropriate that we started with NIKKI. NIKKI is the 2nd doll I got, and I got her when she was Girl of the Year in 2007. I changed her name from Nikki Fleming to Nikki Sherman, but her name is still NIKKI, and she still is one of my modern dolls. She, along with Cécile and Ramona, is one of the dolls that has been sent in for a new head, so her curls are really nice and soft and pretty. I don't play with her or like dress her up or take photos of her a lot, just because I do want to keep her hair looking nice since they are slowly phasing out the old Girl of the Year head replacements. I don't want her hair to get messed up or anything, but I do think she's super cute. I love her little freckles. And I'm really glad that she does have a new head and looks brand new again, because she was my favorite doll growing up over Kirsten. So she definitely had been through a lot, and her hair was looking a little worse for wear. So I'm very happy to have her, and she's one of the younger girls in my modern doll collection. Next we have Riley. Riley is my Lindsay doll, and she is a doll that is really special to me because she is the Girl of the Year from 2001, which is the year I was born. and I'm very happy to have her and that she's in such good condition. Her legs and arms are a little bit loose, but that's okay with me. As you see, she just like almost fell. But I do think she's really cute. Lindsay is one of my favorite dolls. I always wanted her because she was from the year I was born, but now that I have her, she's actually one of my favorite dolls to photograph if you've been on my Instagram lately, and she definitely has a lot of personality, which I think is really fun, and I'm very happy that I have her. I got her in a lot of dolls. There were 3 of them, and I'll mention the other 2 when we get to them. I got them on Mercari for like $110 or something, so she was probably, I don't know what that is, like $40, $35. So she was a super good deal, and I'm really happy that I have her and that she's in such good condition. Alright, the next doll we have is Mackenzie. Mackenzie is my Mia doll. She's the girl of the year from like 2009, I always forget, but she is in super good condition, and she was a doll that I always wanted as a kid because my little cousin had her. My little cousin kind of looks like Mia, so she had her when she was girl of the year, and I was always jealous because I loved her red hair, or her strawberry blonde hair, and I love her little freckles and her green hazel eyes. So when I found her, I was very happy to get her for the same price that I got Riley, my Lindsay doll, as. They came together, and they also came with a Jess doll. My Jess doll, Meryl, is currently at the doll hospital. She had an eye defect, so they're fixing her eye, and she'll be back soon, but unfortunately I didn't want to wait and do this video until she got back because the doll hospital is currently closed, as you know, because of the pandemic. So I wanted to hold off on featuring her, and she'll probably get her own little video when she comes back, just because I feel bad that she's not in this one, but I did want to get this video up for you guys. So that's Mackenzie, my Mia doll. One of the other dolls that I've gotten since my last video is number 21. This is my number 21. Her hair is a little bit frizzy on top right now, so I'm sorry about that. But this is Clover, and the reason I'm featuring her right now is because she's actually Mackenzie's sister. I thought that they made really good sisters since they both have the classic face mold. They had the same shade of like green hazel eyes, and they had the same shade of hair. If you notice, my 21 doesn't have like the iconic little pin curls that 21 usually has, and that's because I actually got her at Once Upon a Child, which is like a children's consignment shop, and I got her for I think $40, which was a pretty good deal in my opinion since she is a retired doll. And I used Downy fabric softener. She's got like a pine needle in her hair right now, sorry, okay, to like soften her hair and made it really shiny again, as you can see, and other than the pin curls, she is in amazing condition. And she was a doll that I always loved, so I'm really happy to have her. So that's Clover, and I've not been mentioning the age groups, but she's also one of the younger dolls in my collection. You can check out all their bios on my blog, which is always linked down below. Since they're both right here, I thought I would do a quick little clip of Mackenzie and Clover together. As you can see, they do the same hair and eye color, and they look a lot alike, so I'm very happy to have both of them, and they make really cute sisters in my opinion. Moving along, I'm going to feature another pair of sisters, so here is one half of that pair, and as you can see, she is just such a beautiful doll. Sorry, her necklace, it's a little locket. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, off topic. But this is Madeline. She is a doll that I've also had for quite a while. I picked her out at the American Girl Place Chicago. I don't remember what year. It was right after she came out, though, and she is originally an American Girl number 62. She does have a longer wig. She has number 42's wig, and I really like the long, more textured hair on her. I do love that she has the amber eyes, and she was the first medium-skin Sonali mold doll, which I also think makes her really unique and pretty. Madeline is one of my favorite dolls to take pictures of. I love her eye color, like I said, and I just think she looks super cute in bright colors, like this sweatshirt she's wearing now. I don't know, Madeline is absolutely one of my favorite dolls, so I'm really happy that I have her. And this is her twin sister. This is Violet. Violet is actually the 4th doll that I ever got, and she was the first one that I picked out. I picked her out in Chicago a few years before I got Madeline, and she is American Girl number 42 with 62's wig, so essentially she and Madeline have just switched wigs. Eventually I do kind of want to get her a little bit of a longer wig because this one falls in her face a lot and I don't love that, but I do think she looks cute with shorter hair than the longer hair she came with. She is a pretty basic doll. She just has brown hair, brown eyes, and the medium skin classic mold. I do love the classic mold in medium skin, so I'm very happy to have her, and she, as I said, is fraternal twins with Madeline. She's all dressed up for spring in this coral sundress right now. Typically she's more casual than this. Madeline is more of the fashion-y twin, and Violet is kind of the more casual one, but she's all ready because we just had Easter, so I don't know, that's Violet, and I'll do a little clip of them together now. So here are the two twins together. As you can see, they definitely are not identical, but I do think that they look just enough alike to be sisters. They have different eye colors, and their hair is the same color but different texture and different length, which of course doesn't make a lot of a difference. They actually have the same, technically both have medium skin, although Violet's is a little more yellow and Madeleine's is a little more pink. And they have different face molds. So I do think that they make really good fraternal twins, and that I don't feel like I have two of the same dolls, which is always something that I want to avoid when I have sibling pairs. So I think they're both really cute, and I love them. Moving on to our next pair of siblings out of the 5 I have, considering that Samantha and Nellie are technically adopted sisters. So this is my doll Georgia. She is a number 61, which is just the classic mold with green eyes, and she did have long straight red hair, but now she has this create your own wig. I'll take her glasses off since I feel like there's a little bit of a glare, but she's a super cute doll. She's actually the doll that I took to Ireland with me when I went to Ireland a few years back, so I have a lot of fun pictures of her there. She had her old wig, but that's okay. And right now she's just wearing this cute little sundress. It's Gwen's meet outfit. I don't have Gwen, but I have her meet outfit, and she just has these little clips in her hair. Her hair is actually super cute, and it's been pretty easy for me to take care of since I've had some experience with curly wigs by this point. And I just love her with curly hair, and I think it really makes her feel different from her sister, who I'll show in a second. Yeah, she is the younger one of the two. Keep forgetting to mention these things, but that's what we've got going on. And then this is her sister. This is Eve. Eve is tied with my boy doll for being the quote-unquote most customized doll that I have. She is a number 30, which is a Jess mold doll, and I bought her on Instagram from someone for I think $30. She is a really good deal. And she has Caroline's eyes from the Caroline doll that I used to have. And then she has this red wig, which is her sister's old red wig. So this is the wig from number 61. And I really love her with straight hair. Originally she had the curly wig, but it didn't feel quite right, so when I switched them, this is really how I love her. And she's wearing this old Pleasant Company sweater, which I love, and she is actually half sisters with Georgia. So they don't look quite as much alike as some of my other sister pairs, but I don't know, I guess they do, considering that Violet and Madeline have different face molds as well. So she has the Jess mold. Jess mold is one of my absolute favorite molds, and I think I have 4 Jess mold dolls, so love her, and she is one of the most popular dolls on my Instagram. When I post a picture of her, everyone seems to like it. And so here are the two sisters together. They do have the same skin tone, and it's not the light playing tricks. I don't know why Georgia's looks quite a bit more yellow, but it just is. I really love them together. I love how they have different eye colors, but they're still green. They do have the same hair color, but it's a different texture. They have different face molds with the same skin tone. So once again, I don't feel like I own 2 of the same dolls, and I do feel like their hair, this is kind of silly, but I do feel like their hair kind of plays into their personality. Like Eve is the more kind of like cool and collected older sister, and Georgia is a little more spunky and crazy, but still very like intelligent and smart. So I don't know, I love them together. They're very cute. I should mention, I haven't been talking about freckles. A bunch of my dolls have freckles that I've added. Georgia's the only one with freckles all over her face, but then Eve has little freckles on her nose too. So those are my girls. Next we have Lila. Lila is number 58. I picked her out at the pop-up store in Detroit. It was the day that Melody was released. My cousin got Melody and I got Lila. So she is very special to me for that reason. It was a super fun trip that we took with our moms. My aunt and my cousin, and then me and my mom, we all went, and it was a super fun day. So she is one of my favorite dolls. I don't take her picture as often as I should. I'm always afraid about getting things stuck in her hair when I take her outside. But her hair is held up really nicely. She has a weird little bald spot right here that I didn't notice when I got her, but she was the only 58 in the store, and I think it just gives her some more personality, and it gets covered up. So her hair is still pretty tight. I've seen 58s that have quite a bit like longer curls, like as they stretch out, but hers is pretty tight still. I haven't really like put it in pigtails or anything, so that's probably part of it. I just think she has such a cute little face, and I love the Addie mold, especially with short curly hair like this. I always say if I ever got to create your own doll, I would probably get this wig style because I think it's one of the easiest ones to take care of, all things considered, and it also just has a lot of personality. So that's my Lila. Next we have Lila's sister. They're sisters by adoption, and this is Marley. Marley is one of my very, very favorite dolls, and she's just got a new fresh wig, so I'm very happy that she looks like her beautiful self again after having one that wasn't so great for a few years. So Marley is a doll that is customized to look like me, but not quite. This is Isabelle's wig, and she parts her hair on the same side I do, and she has the same color eyes I do. The difference is she has her ears pierced. I did this before I decided she was going to be my twin doll. They're just pins, but it kind of fits her style, like her personal style, so I've left it. And she also has freckles that I put on her before I got her, or before I decided that she was going to be my twin doll. So, sorry, can't get her glasses back on. The glasses are some peach glasses that American Girl used to sell. They're similar to Z's. And I'm really excited to have a little doll that looks like me. This is like exactly my hair color, and I don't know. I don't know if I mentioned this, she's a Marie-Grace mold custom, so she used to be Marie Grace, and she still has Marie Grace's original eyes. I think her hair is so pretty. I love the Isabelle wig. It's so smooth and fun to do things with. Yeah, she's also my, like, Disney fan. She likes a lot of pink, which is a little bit different than me. Her personality is definitely not quite like mine, but her looks are, so I love that about her. She also has repainted lips. They're not quite as, like, faded out on the bottom as they look on camera. They're a pretty solid color. So that is Marley. And finally, this is my last pair of sisters, Lila and Marley. Of course, we're not comparing looks here since they're sisters by adoption, but I do think that they definitely have kind of like, you put them next to each other and you can tell they're good friends. So I love that. Lila is definitely the more outgoing. She's the younger sister and she's more like bubbly, just like Georgia is in Georgia and Eve's family. But you can tell that they get along really well. They have a lot of the same interests. They're both into dance. So yeah, I'm very happy that I have both these dolls in my collection. Now we have my other Marie Grace mold custom. This is the only doll that I've ever bought two of. I bought two Marie Graces to make my Elijah here. Elijah is a Marie Grace mold custom with hazel eyes. They're Mary Ellen's hazel eyes. I'm thinking about getting him some lighter hazel eyes, but we'll see how it goes. He's one of the more popular dolls over on Instagram as well, and I understand why, because he is so cute. He has these little tiny freckles that I did as well. And then I'll take his hat off. His wig is a Monique wig that's made for baby dolls. And I actually trimmed the little curls off on the end so it was a little bit shorter and was more of the look that I wanted for him. It's so like fluffy and fun, and I really like that. So it never quite lays flat, and I think that adds to his personality. He's pretty shy and he's pretty quiet. Yeah, that is Elijah, and I'm very excited to have a boy doll. He's been a lot of fun to take pictures of. He has quite a few clothing items that are just his alone, because he has like his signature jacket and he loves this like sweater and these shoes, and I don't know, he definitely just like, he knows what he likes and he tells me it, which sounds silly, but you know what I mean if you're a doll person as well. So he just has a lot of personality and I like him a lot. This next doll is Jane. Jane is my Grace doll, and I was given her by a friend. I was also given two other dolls that I ended up selling because they were the same as dolls that I already had in my collection. But yeah, Jane is a Grace doll, and I was really excited to get Grace because she was a doll I almost got when she was Girl of the Year. And at the time, I didn't really like her bangs, but this particular Grace has very neat bangs, and you can push this little piece back into her hairdo if you want to because it's long enough. So I'm very happy with this particular Grace doll, and I do like how she has little tiny freckles. Those came with her. I didn't do that myself. I have thought about customizing her a little bit, maybe changing her wig to one without bangs, because even though these are nice bangs, I don't love side bangs on dolls in general. So we'll see what happens in the future, but for now she's just a classic Grace doll, and I'm super excited to have a Grace, even if she's still finding her place in my collection. Next we have another doll that is a Girl of the Year. So this is Maya. Maya is my Leah doll. I got her brand new from American Girl, but a few years after I got her, I decided to dye the ends of her hair pink. I used like a Copic marker and Sharpie mix. I used some different colors, not that you can really tell, but it took several markers. So I really like the way that turned out. I would never do it again because it took us so long, but it was very fun. And I do like how it looks when she has her hair in little braids like this, and the color kind of goes up into the braid, as you can see there. She also has a nose piercing, and I think this is like my original thing. I don't want to say I made it up because I'm sure someone else has done it, but I figured this out myself. It's just a little piece of like beading wire, and I poked a hole through both parts of her nose with a pin, and then it's connected in the middle, so I did a tie and then just slid that so it's inside her nose, so it looks like she has a little nose ring. I think it's really cute, and it gives her like kind of a signature look. You can definitely tell her personality from like the way she has her hair and her little nose piercing. So yeah, that's Maya, and she's wearing a little shirt I made right now, so that's what I had to say. And finally, since we're doing my girl of the years, this is my Sage doll, Piper. She has a cut wig. I cut her wig a few years after I got her, and I think it fits her better than her original one did. She also has slightly revised freckles. I've added more freckles into the freckles she came with. So Piper is absolutely one of my favorite dolls. I didn't love Sage when I first got her, but Piper is another story. I just think she's so cute. I love her unique eye color as well, and I just think that Sage is such a fun doll, but especially with this haircut, it just, I don't know. I keep saying like she has a personality, but she does have a personality. So, I don't have a whole lot more to say about Piper. I feel like if you follow me on Instagram, you kind of know who Piper is, and she definitely pops up a lot around those parts. So, that's Piper. This is Clementine. Clementine is number 26. She's a retired, just like you, or Truly Me doll. I got her at Toys R Us when the Toys R Us stores closed, and she was the last doll that they had in my store. She is very unique because she has this amber eye color that only a few other dolls have. Madeline has it, if you remember from earlier. And she has just this really cute, loose, curly brown wig, and she has an Addie mold with medium skin, which I'm pretty sure this is the only medium skin Addie mold that there has ever been outside of the Create Your Own line. I could be wrong. But she just looks so cute in bright colors. She had a little hat on earlier, which was also such a cute look. I'm always really careful with her since she is a retired doll. I don't want to like ever mess up her hair, so she doesn't get featured a whole lot in pictures, although I did recently take some cute springy ones of her, and my mom and I named her Clementine, and I just think it really fits her. So she's very cute and sweet and nice, and you can just tell that she's a friendly person by looking at her. I'm gonna stop talking now. Okay, next. Next we have Claudia. Claudia is an American Girl number 4 doll, which is a doll that has always been on my wish list, and she is in almost brand new condition. If you can see, she still has like a little bit of wave on the end of her hair, and her bangs are so perfect. So I was really happy to get Claudia. My mom got her for me, I think for Christmas one year. I think we ended up getting her a little bit after Christmas because we were looking for the perfect number 4, and we got her. So Claudia is named after the Babysitter's Club character, if you read those books at any point. And she kind of has like an 80s eclectic, fun, colorful sense of style, as you can tell by the little look she has going on right now. She's very artsy, and I just think she's so cute. So that's Claudia. This is Zyra. Zyra is my Ivy doll, and she has always been one of my very, very favorite dolls. She's technically a historical character. She used to be Julie's friend back when Julie had a friend. Still so sad about that. We love Ivy. But Zyra was always my favorite historical character when I was growing up, and I got her quite shortly before she retired, so I kind of did a good thing there and getting her when I did. I picked her out myself in the store, and she has little tiny freckles, if you can see here on camera. I just love the Jess mold, as I said, and I've been kind of trying to collect like all the dolls that have ever had the Jess mold, which is a bad thing to start doing. But yeah, I love her wig, I love everything about her, and I love her little earrings. She came with her ears pierced. She is also kind of the author of my doll blog, so like she's the one who narrates it, and so that's kind of who she is. She's the editor-in-chief. She's the girl in charge around here. So that's Zyra. Last but very, very certainly not least, we have Rosanna. Rosanna is absolutely one of your guys' favorite dolls on my Instagram. Whenever I post a picture of her, everyone gets so excited, and I absolutely understand why. She's also been hanging out like back in the corner for this whole video, so she's been waiting very patiently. She is a GOT's little sister doll. She's not an American Girl. GOT's actually, correct me if I'm wrong with how I'm saying this, but they like produced the first American Girl dolls for like when the company first started making the dolls. So she has the exact same body as an American Girl doll, and she can share all their clothes, and she can wear the same like I don't know, like wigs and glasses and those kind of things. So I do think that she fits in very nicely with them, and I don't know, she's one of the very few dolls that I feel like really fits in nicely with American Girl dolls. And I don't know, I just love how serious she looks. I love her little tortoiseshell glasses. She's just like, you can tell she's like thinking really hard all the time if you just look at her. And yeah, we love Rosie. We call her Rosie around here. She's very good friends with Elijah. They hang out a lot. She also likes to hang out with Madeline and Piper, and they're kind of our little, like, I don't know, what's the 4 version of trio? They're just our little group that likes to hang out, and we love her. So that is Rosie. I hope you guys liked my video, and if you want to hear more about the dolls, you can always find their blog and their Instagram, my Instagram, linked down below. I have photos of them on my Instagram, and then I post their little stories and their bios on the blog, so if there's any particular doll that you're interested in, her little backstory, you can find that in the bios tab on my blog. I also wanted to mention that I'll be back with a new video soon. It's a tutorial video, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that, and I'll see you all then. Bye!